unmarked vans, like took them to the Willamette River and did like a Marshall Mathers on them and dropped them into the...
But they unlawfully fucking...
They didn't have warrants.
Yeah.
They just picked people up.
Also, federal officers don't have
We'll say that
authority to fucking
Federal
arrest
officers
people.
are above the police.
What happens is if they identify people in part of the group, and then they keep an eye on that person. As soon as they stray from the group, that's when they move in. So that's what the media is showing you in a lot of situations.
That's horrible.
But they literally were taking these people around the corner and interviewing them and collecting their information and letting them go 20 minutes later. It's not like they're taken off to some secret detaining center.
Kidnapped by the police.
And all these people got released right afterwards because they had no reason to actually arrest them.
No reason. And you were downtown?
I feel like
Were you?
Yeah, I would not
Oh,
like
you
to.
paused there.
Well,
You paused there.
not giving it away.
You paused there.
if a cop is like going to like take someone off the street, I believe that that person should know what is going on and know that that is the officer of the law.
Yeah, they didn't have the Miranda rights read to them. Literally, the rights were just like utterly disregarded.
Seriously. Like if
How come the guy's not talking about it? I can hear him.
He's listening,
He's listening. I might
as am I.
your sign's upside down, dude.
say something. Oh, was your sign upside down? Yeah. Dang it. You gotta have that thing up the right side. Yeah. Yeah.
If he turns it around, it says, "Thank you for helping us build a better food system together." So
Yeah, so I hope you guys support. I really hope you guys support Donald Trump's law. I really hope you guys do.
Which one?
Why not?
It also says, hey, Blue Lives Matter.
I don't
Why would you not want to support the law? You want
It's a waste of money.
waste of money. Do you think you go to other countries without like a wall? You go over another country, just do what you want?
Do what I want. No, there's a lot of other countries that have a fucking wall.
All other countries will probably they could kill people.
Great Wall of China was built in like a fucking like millennia ago. It's like not relevant to the discussion now. It is a waste of money. It's billions upon billions of dollars that could go to different resources. Yeah, it's a waste
What
of money.
resources? Like funding the police?
No.
No, that's not a good resource.
Police don't need more funding.
They don't need more.
I'm against the
I think they can use it to fund
What?
Well, the schools obviously are not helping.
How are you not
to
helping?
you.
They're not helping.
How are they
Trust me.
not helping?
There's more people right now because of COVID that have realized that their children have not been learning what they should learn, and they're going to start homeschooling them.
Yeah, so maybe give
So,
them money to,
obviously the schools are not helping.
Teach them. Maybe they're underfunded.
Said what?
Maybe because schools are underfunded.
It's not really underfunding. It's because of the indoctrination that they're teaching.
What
It's screwing them up.
indoctrination are they
It's
teaching
screwing
us?
kids up.
What indoctrination are we
They're screwing kids up because they don't know
Press
what to
side-eye.
do. Yeah.
Damn.
It seems like you
We have a different opinion of you.
No, you guys can disagree.
schools are
I have a
operating on.
question. What happens if a Trump supporter came to a Black Lives Matter rally?
Probably get the same treatment we're getting now. It's a counter-protest.
No.
They would get beat up.
Yeah.
They would get beat up.
We get assaulted. Nobody's put hands on you at all. All we're doing is talking.
Didn't some guy over
But
there
we've
get fucking
actually
beat up?
we've actually been bloody by showing up.
Yeah, we're at the table.
And all we do is this. We film. That's all we do is film. We don't talk. We don't engage. But we get bloody.
Why are you antagonizing
Because we
us?
show up. We don't. How's this antagonizing? Do you see the 37 Antifa filmers that are going like this and blocking cameras all the time?
Antifa filmers?
How are they antagonizing?
Why are you guys confused?
This is all we do. We film. And yet we get bloody. Just for showing up. And we're black blocked. We're hiding ourselves, our identity. But they sit there and they find out where we're at by looking at our live streams and they attack us. We're filming.
Okay, none of us have said, yeah, let's go out and beat up people. Like, nobody is saying we should go out and beat up. There are people on both sides for beating people up. Like, you can't be like, oh, why is the violence happening? And then also be like, the police aren't doing any violence. Like, the police are gassing people in Portland. If you care about violence, why don't you care about them doing that to citizens who are just out there protesting?
But on average, how many officers are injured before the first tear gas canister shows up?
Literally almost none of them. They're wearing full riot.
And just because they're wearing full riot gear doesn't mean that they get injured by the lasers or the glass bottles or the fireworks.
The one inch ball bearings shot from wrist rocket.
What about the people who have died from fucking the rubber bullets getting shot at the head? They're not even supposed to be shot at.
Don't be down to destroying shit. We'll get shot with a rubber bullet.
Have Have you guys been downtown? Yeah.
I would definitely agree with you that the guy that was shot in the head that was holding the boombox, just because he kind of lobbed they're like trying to say he threw the canister back at them, he just kind of lobbed it halfway in the street.
Yeah, he literally
That
just
was
held them back so he would
that was
get
not
out.
acceptable the way they
That's happening across the country in all these protests.
yeah. But
And people are going in
I
with
was shocked.
great-
judging the protesters by the actions of one is the same as judging cops by the actions of one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
but
it's like
there's more statistical
No, I mean,
evidence.
it's funny.
Cops are more violent than like protesters. And it's a system of cops that are taught like within the blue wall of silence. Like that's directly an environment of if you do say shit, don't talk to people, then you're like fucking reported and you lose your job.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people that are criminals that warrants that get drunk and they could beat at the cops. Some cops just do this for self-defense. I bet they don't even need
riot
them to
gear is
get
not
killed.
impervious.
No, riot gear's not impervious, and there are police actually being physically engaged.
I
Like
do,
there's people
I do.
running up and attacking the police physically with
Yeah,
bats and
the police
batons.
Whole police lines are literally shoving people down and batoning.
Yeah, but how many warnings do they get? How many times does LRAD go, this has been declared an unlawful assembly, leave the area now? For
They
hours.
do it for like an hour.
Do it for hours.
Towards the end.
It don't matter why. Why don't you just
As soon
obey? Why don't you just obey?
wait. As soon as the first bottle is thrown, it is an unlawful protest. As soon as the first act of violence happens, it is an unlawful protest. And they let multiple happen.
What about this
Go ahead.
one, where your guys strangled another one of your guys for threatening us?
Yeah.
When?
They
When?
got him
We
on
don't
the
want
ground.
people to get hurt, so
When?
we're obviously gonna help each other out.
Oh yeah, I filmed that. I filmed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting fucking gaslit.
Oh,
No, it was your guys. It was you guys supporting you guys.
You say you're getting gaslit. You say your guys, and you're suspending
That's
some.
funny.
You know,
Okay.
you're an individual. I'm an individual. He's an individual. We can only speak for our own actions, actually.
okay.
But it's like me saying you're Antifa, which I know you're not. You
I'm
know.
not. Thank you.
But you know what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, of course. Allow me to correct myself. One of the men attending this Blue Lives Matter protest.
How long ago? What was the event in question? It's today
It was
or?
the guy
This
that
one, this
was
one, like,
defending
right now.
them.
Oh yeah. I caught the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. That was not. Yeah, I was not
Okay.
condoning that in any way. It was not okay.
So many people were on top of him.
Yeah, and when he was trying to get up, they're still pushing down. Yeah, it wasn't.
But then they picked him up and they hugged
And
him out.
they worked it out at the end, which is.
Yeah, but like you said, the first act of violence makes something an unlawful assembly. So if you guys are so just into the law, do you think you should break up now? Just everybody go home.
Nobody's not doing anything.
Because this is a peaceful assembly.
Yeah, it's
The
peaceful.
There was
violence,
literal violence right over there. It was terrifying.
an isolated incident where the
I
guy
was
put his
genuinely worried
hands.
about that man.
He put his.
But when you're
hands-
talking about happens amongst protesters versus what happens in relation to the police and the protesters, those are two different things.
Okay, it is not okay to pin anyone on the ground.
It is not. Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'm still trying to understand. It throws me. It just.
You guys are always bringing up killings of black people from the past. If you guys are
a month ago.
Go girl.
yeah, actually right now, a month ago.
Kenan. Say his name,
Why
Kenan.
is a white person being right to tell a black man his life
Also,
matters?
people
What
when they
right
talk
do you
about the
have
utilities,
to tell a black person that their life matters?
Well, people can be
But why do we have to give them permission to say that their lives matter? Don't they already know their lives matter? You guys do that. I know black man's life matters. I know your life matters. I know my life matters, but I don't have the right to go around giving permission to someone to say that you're meant to believe that your life matters, and you didn't until I told you so. But you get that that's what y'all are doing, right? Do you understand that that's what you guys are doing when you're out? It is. That is the message that you're giving. That once again, they can't have unless we give. We must provide because somehow we're superior and we're not. Do you know that we're all created equal? We're all born under the same thing. We all have the same DNA. We all.
You know, even though we may have a difference of opinion. I think it's awesome you guys are out here. And it's
I condone, like,
it has a lot of heart for to be only a couple of people with a whole bunch of people with opposing views and being younger and stuff. I probably wouldn't have done it. Yeah, and I realize that we all have more in common than differences, but people get so focused on the differences that they can't make any headway on resolving issues. We're having a discussion. I'm not trying to inject opinion on you, but I may be challenging it to make sure that test the strength of your argument, and if it's better, then it's a better truth for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so yeah,
Right, that
props.
both of us have, even though we have different opinions, to be able to do this.
Like, I'm very critical of the police.
I disagree with a lot of people that talk to
But
us.
some people have like a blank check, like the whole defund the police thing. People just go, oh, defund the police, cut them. But when they do pass these things that defund the police, like things that get cut, like body cameras, which are essential for transparency, adds a layer of transparency to the public. That's important. So you can't just say, just take away the things that fund. You got to make sure that the necessary things are there for them to do their job as public representatives with transparency, so they can't lie on police reports. They can't cook the story and get someone incarcerated when they should rightfully be free.
Body cameras are so important. That's the last thing that they should be like.
I'm all about transparency and having access to police reports, the evidence, the body cameras, the interactions, everything being documented and out in the open and itemized accordingly. That's just my 2 cents.
Yep, and that's why you got called a skinhead.
Exactly. It's male pattern baldness by genetics, not choice.